So if you would like to first introduce yourself, your name, where you are working from, your position, and your reason for attendance.
So my name is Mugagga. I've worked for the Ministry of Finance for the last 15 years. I currently head a unit called the Climate Finance Unit. So our mandate for the unit is basically mobilizing resources for climate action in Uganda, both adaptation and mitigation. And then we also ensure that when the resources are mobilized, they need to be used efficiently and effectively. So you understand, we need to do monitoring and evaluation to know if the money that we've sent to, for example, the villages is actually doing what exactly it should do. Then lastly, we are currently in this space, they talk about country platform. So for Uganda, the Climate Finance Unit is a country platform for climate finance. So we also do coordination of climate finance in Uganda, but then also we build capacity for the youth, for the civil society, when it comes to how do you mobilize resources, what is your role specifically. So basically that's what I do every day.
Awesome. Every day,
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So explain what you are interested in, your area, and what you do to a young child.
So the children in the future would have to find maybe a good planet, a planet that has been actually taken care of, because we've heard that, we have to keep the heat, the warmth below 1 degrees Celsius. So to do that, we actually need to come together and do the right things in our own jurisdiction.
Yes.
For me, my role is to find resources, money,
Yes.
money to actually do projects that are going to either reduce on emissions, so plant trees, help people get alternative cooking. For example, in Uganda, people cut down trees because they don't have alternatives to energy. So in South Korea, I know you use gas, you use energy,
Yes, we use everything.
electricity. In Uganda, people can't afford that. So they actually go to the forest and cut down trees. So what I'm trying to do is to find money for them to have alternatives like pressure cooker.
Yes.
So basically, if you don't give them alternatives, they have to find something to eat. So they actually do the wrong things, not because they want, but because they are poor. So my role is to find money.
So they do the right thing.
Sure, do the right thing. And then ultimately, I've invested in either for them to adapt to the effects of climate change or to reduce emissions, and we have a better world.
Wow, that's amazing. No, it was so clear, and it helped me. So thank you so much. Perfect. This is perfect. So why do you consider this work important? And what would be like your grain of sand in solving the climate issue?
So, climate finance is an enabler. It is not the end. It's a means to the end.
Yes.
But ultimately, even when you have the money, if you don't do the right things, for example, there are countries that have money, developing countries, but they don't have the right technology.
Yeah, they don't.
You get it?
Yeah.
So, why I'm here is, apart from finding the money, is to advocate for technology transfer. To come to South Korea and say, what is it that you've done in the last 50 years, the technology that you have, that we shouldn't replicate. We shouldn't be starting from scratch. We should be just replicating in our own jurisdiction and reducing emissions, or helping our people to adapt. For example, I know in South Korea, you might have ways of improving water quality without actually using energy.
Yes.
So, the alternative that would have been to cut trees, to actually have good potable water, that technology, pass it on to us. We use our own money. We don't even give us money. We use our own resources, small resources, to actually do the right thing. So those two things, if we can tackle the nexus between financing and technology, I think all the other elements will be met, because we know what to do.
Yes.
We know how it benefits us.
Yeah.
We know, because we are the people at the forefront. We know every day that our people are facing floods, they're facing landslides, they're facing, like for example, in Uganda has the Kano corridor. We have around 54 districts in the dry area.
Oh.
And these are animal places. So there's water stress. We know these are the issues that are facing every day. So if you have the technologies, for example, improve on the breeds of cattle so that people don't have many, but have at least those that can basically provide enough maybe income for them, then those are things we're looking out for. So here, apart from the financing, I'm also looking at partnerships for technology. So maybe you could give me a chance.
No, absolutely. I will let them know.
If they're here, I hope they can hear.
Absolutely. So this year, they say it is a year of adaptation and implementation. How do you evaluate the progress for this? And I would like to also include the fact that last year it was a COP for finance. And I don't know if you remember the NCQG, which is yes. So we're trying to increase all of this funding and investments for the developing countries. And how would you feel that this is being implemented?
So for you to see if, let's say, what we are focusing on right now in COP is actually happening, go back to COP30. So we built the ambition to 300 billion.
Yes.
But you know what is happening? Now I sit in the Ministry of Finance. The reality is ODA is going down. No, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Concessional financing is going down.
Yes.
So we are back to everyone for himself.
No.
Apart from South Korea.
Oh.
Actually, South Korea, ODA is going up. In the last 5 years, we actually have seen countries in Africa getting close to $2 billion from Uganda. We actually have 500 million that we have.
Really?
And it's open. We can actually do anything. We can do in climate action. We can do resilient infrastructure. Now, but in a whole, the big countries that drive this ambition are actually scaling down. That is a problem. So you're talking about adaptation.
Yes.
But no adaptation is going to happen if you're scaling down finance. So in reality, we are labeling something, but in what we are doing is not what it is.
Not at all.
No. So my take is it's partnerships that are going to help us. The level of adaptation is a good one, but without financing,
Not at all. Okay. All right. So we're almost finished. What would you say is our role as youth in facing the climate change?
one. In my 15 years, I've learned one thing. The more you give, the more you get.
Oh.
The more you
Yes. The more you give.
Let's bring it to the COP. The more developed countries are giving to the developing countries, the more we're actually meeting our ambition. So ultimately, if you become selfish, in actual sense, you're not going to get anything, but you're going to lose more. You see what is happening? All the things are scaling up. If I tell you in Uganda, disasters are now 10 figures. It means our economies are facing a lot of challenges. Money that would have gone to environmental issues that are going to help the globe in reducing emissions. Actually, we are getting it and investing it in managing disasters. So, if developing countries should give more, they will actually get more in return. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
you as the youth, remember this. You're going to be the next ambassador, for example.
I hope so. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. You're going to be the next teacher. You're going to be the next, maybe government official. Remember that in whatever position you are, that is my prayer. Give more.
Thank you. And so I think this is kind of combined with what you just said. But last question. Please share a take-home message for young activists like us. And if you want, you can look at the camera.
Can I add more? Give more and get more.
Good. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.